Hey everybody, welcome to Success Sunday with Sandy and Sandy. So Sandy is joining us here again. For those of you who haven't watched her or followed her story before, I think it is truly amazing. She inspires me every day. I have been following her Facebook page lately, and she's just up to so many cool things that I wanted to have her back on to share it, because I think the motivation that she can give everybody, the inspiration is just amazing. So Sandy, thank you for coming on again.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me again. It's always fun to be a part of your life.
Oh, I love you so much. All right, so let's go back, because I know not everybody has seen the first one, which we had that tech glitch and you weren't actually on it. It was just me staring at the camera. So now we fixed that. Why don't you bring us back? I know the last time that you were on, we were celebrating basically the 1 year from the time that you had been in the hospital. So why don't you tell your story, where you were, and we'll get to where you are and all the fun things that you're doing right now.
Okay. Um, Holy smoke. So you want me to go back to like when I first got sick?
You can go. You don't have to go back like all the way to when you first got sick, 'cause that might take us like an
Okay.
hour.
Well, okay. I remember I started following you about 2 years before I actually made the decision to get on board with you. But for those 2 years, I was declining and declining and declining. I was given, well, just a little quick one. I was given some medication for sleep. I was given a benzo for sleep, and then that quit working after a while. Then my psychiatrist put me on an antipsychotic, and then I was on that for many, many years. And I had like chronic fatigue. I didn't know it was caused by the medication. Now looking back, I know that's what it was, and I had other minor things that made me sick that I didn't realize. And so, but I kept getting worse, and so I went to the hospital to get all these tests done, and they couldn't find anything. So my doctor says, "Well, it must be your medication." So I went to my psychiatrist, and he put me on another medication. Yeah. So I just got sicker. I lost my job. Thank God I got disability, and that's how sick I was. And yeah, I just kept getting sicker and sicker. I couldn't eat. I couldn't. I got. I think I got down to 80 pounds, and yeah, that was really bad. I couldn't eat, and my muscles were so messed up. I couldn't pee either. I couldn't poop. It was horrible, and I was bedridden. I couldn't drive. I was so messed up, and the benzo groups weren't really helpful in my mindset at all. They just kept saying, just relax, take it easy, it's okay, listen to your body. Well, listen to your body when your head's all messed up from these medications, and plus I was coming off of them. By the time left that out, by the time I saw my doctor and he put me on another medication, I knew that the ones that I was already on, I needed to come off of, and so I started coming off of them. Sorry, I can't look at the camera and think. I have to look at the camera.
That's all right. Go ahead. It takes a lot of practice.
Yeah. So yeah, I started. That's what made me. That's when I got even sicker. That's when I started losing the weight. Is when I started coming off the medications. Um, but yeah, it was. It's. I didn't even. It's hard to look back there because it was such a horrible time. I was so depressed. Yeah, it was just. It was
The
just
only
really
thing
bad.
about looking back is amazing at how far you've come.
Yeah.
That's the good part of looking back, because then you have the
Yeah, it's hard to
gratitude.
believe I was that bad.
Yeah.
When I'm today, it's hard to believe I was that bad. I was like yeah, well, I'll think about that for a second sometimes, and I'll think, wow, that wasn't even me. It wasn't. I was so polluted from all those medications I was on, and my body was just like, what the hell are you doing? More. And I remember and then I still wasn't sleeping, and I remember I took cavions. Oh, of all the things, that made me even sicker. Yeah.
I think that was right around the time that you did end up in the hospital, right?
It was about a year before I ended up in the hospital. I started the cavions. But
Okay.
yeah, actually, that's a good point. Now, actually, and when I was really sick, I went to a rheumatologist and he put me on tramadol. I didn't take it, but I kept it around. And I think that's when I got really sick, because I was in so much pain, and none of my doctors would do anything at Kaiser. And the one that I saw, the rheumatologist before I got on Kaiser, gave me his prescription for tramadol.
Mhm.
So I never took it, but then just before I ended up in the hospital, I started taking the tramadol, and I think that was probably a factor, because
Mhm.
that's like an opiate. You mix that with a benzo, and your brain is just not going to function very well.
Mhm. And so I think what's really amazing is from the time it was a year ago, September, that you were in the hospital, and then just after or around New Year's of 2019, you celebrated being drug free.
Yay! Yes,
Yes, I
that was
think
awesome.
that was incredible. I remember you posting it that day, and you posted your trophy, and I was just like, yes, she did
Yeah,
it.
I did it.
And and
I feel so much better being off of
mhm,
those. I mean, even though life is getting better and better and better, it's in my heart. I just feel so good that I'm not polluting myself anymore with pharmaceuticals. So,
mhm.
yeah.
And it's absolutely incredible that you were able to go off of that many. And I remember our journey because um, in the beginning it was tough for you, especially with the mindset work and getting you out. Like let's go back there, and you were in a lot of pain. And
Hmm.
one of the things that I stress with all of my clients is really starting to find passion and joy.
Hmm.
And for you, that was really hard because of the pain, because of the withdrawals that you were going through, the medication side effects. But you did it, and let's go kind of like through the process of how you started small, and then lead us up to what you did the past a couple weeks ago.
Okay. Well, I remember when I first hired you, I was just back from the hospital a couple months, and and I couldn't even walk. When I got home from the hospital, I couldn't walk. I had to my son had to carry me up and down the stairs. Quite 80 pounds, it wasn't that hard, but and I remember you telling me you need to start walking 10 minutes a day. And I thought you were crazy. I remember thinking in my head, you have no idea what it's like to be me. But you did. And I did it. I did what you said. And you know what? That really helped. Just walking 10 minutes a day. It really made me feel stronger. And the mindset, doing the walking and the mindset. So then I started walking a lot more, and then you helped me start my dog business, and
Mm-hmm.
then I had to walk all the time, and I had to clean my house, and I had to do all these things because I had a business, and I don't know, I just the supplements and the mindset and talking to you and just walking and exercising. I started going. Then I got my car. I did a reverse mortgage and got some money so I could get a car. So because my car broke down um, about 6 months before I got better. So then when I started getting better, I had no wheels. It was horrible, but I walked a lot. So I got a lot of exercise. And then when I got my car, oh, that was awesome. That's when I called you, and I from Berkeley,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been to the beach, and yeah,
Yeah, that was on your list of homework, was you love the beach, and I'm like, well, guess what, you
yeah,
have to do it by this date.
yeah, yeah. I remember I went and saw those horses, and I'll just side note, I found a place up in Vacaville. I'm checking into. They rent horses, and I could um and hopefully could take some jumping lessons. So I'm excited about that.
Nice, look
Yeah,
at you getting back into riding.
I
I'm so
know.
excited for you.
I know. So I don't know. So it was a journey, but I don't know. It's a powerful thing to come back from that pit of hell and be so,
Mm-hmm.
like, deaf. You know, I was practically dead, and then to get a new chance on life. It's just I'm just so grateful every day. I get up and I'm just grateful. It's amazing. I'm very blessed. Yeah.
So what did you do a couple weeks ago?
Oh, I went to Tony Robbins event.
Yeah, and I want to read what your son posted. I'm actually
Oh, I know.
on your site.
Bless his heart.
Let's bring the tears. I can feel it coming. So your son posted on your Facebook page or Instagram. He said, "Shout out to my mom. She went from being stuck in bed with me doing everything for the last few years to literally walking through fire on a solo trip to LA this weekend." And then he put hashtag unstoppable. That had to feel good.
Oh my gosh. It felt so good. It felt so good. Well, I posted on my Facebook page. That's how good it felt. But yeah, it just made my heart warm. And it's so true because, you know, that's how I feel unstoppable. In fact, Sandy, I signed up for another Tony Robbins event in December.
Nice, nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's really good at motivating you, definitely.
Yeah.
And I think like what you're doing with your art, you posted your picture and it was sold within within a day. Your art is selling. You're making beautiful bracelets and amazing jewelry. My mom loves hers. I gave it to her for her birthday. She wears it all the time, and you're just doing so many things. You're joining these groups. You went to Cirque du Soleil last weekend, and from seeing you, because like I saw you at your worst when you had just gotten out of the hospital, and you were literally 80 pounds, skin and bones, and the transformation. And literally, we started working together in December of 2017, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it's been a year and a half. Mm-hmm. And we haven't gotten to gut work, people.
I'm ready.
She's ready. We're going.
I've never been ready for gut work, and I'm ready now.
Yes,
I just have
exactly.
To do this. Yes,
but getting that supportive supplements in place, because look at you, you're vibrant, you're healthy. Yes, coming off the drugs was amazing. Supplemental help that way. The mindset work you did, having the coaching sessions, you never missed a session, and you always did your homework. So it was, if you can do it with everything that you had stacked up against you, there's no reason when somebody tells me I can't do it, I'm like, you can. Sandy did it. You can.
I love you. Yeah, I know. That's what I try to tell some of my friends that were suffering. I was like, hey, if I can do it, you can do it. And they're like, oh, but the problem with people when they're sick is everybody wants to be sicker than everybody else. And I know I was there.
Me too.
But that's a bad mindset to be in. You really need to switch the mindset to heal.
Well, and when people see you now, like you see the Cirque du Soleil picture, you look amazing. You look amazing now. You're vibrant. You went to Tony Robbins. They're like, no, you weren't that sick. Like, yeah, no. And it's like, yeah, this is my picture. Like we have in the other live stream that you did. People check it out. We have it, the pictures of when you came out of the hospital. Like this
skin and bones.
Skin and bones.
And I couldn't walk. I mean, I remember I had physical therapy come to my house, and that picture of me is my physical therapist having me do the cat-cow movement and I remember it's being so hard to do that. And now I go to yoga and I can do almost all the moves.
And you would kick my butt at yoga. I just started last week.
I don't know about that.
Oh my gosh. I started last week on yoga. It's been a year since I stopped yoga at 10 weeks pregnant when my diastasis started. And I'll take a video, I'll send it to you. You're in better shape than me right now.
Oh, that's amazing that you said that, but yeah.
Oh no, you're doing so awesome. I'm so proud of you, and I really appreciate you coming and sharing your story, because it gives a lot of motivation for people who are in a similar situation. They might be on medication, they might be wanting to do things, stuck in a negative mindset, but the shift is possible. You just have to put the effort into it.
It's so possible.
And
it's amazing.
What you accomplished in just over a year, even a year, but now to see you going to these events and having fun, creating these new relationships, doing things that, before your illness probably wouldn't have happened. So the illness and everything kind of spurred this new path. You can do so much. Age is not a factor. And,
being grateful, I think, has a lot to do with me wanting to just keep going, doing more. I'm just so grateful of everything I have that I know that there's more to be grateful for,
Oh, it's amazing. I'm excited to keep following you. And that's that amethyst bracelet. I would definitely will want to get one. I'm actually looking at a website right now, which is funny. And I sent you that link. I'm like,
Yeah,
hey,
that's a
I don't
great
need to
link.
buy from this website. I'm going to get Sandi to make things for me and I'll buy
I will
from
make
her.
you one.
I
will
want
make
that one. Really, really. I
do
love
too.
that one. There's
Yeah.
such good ideas. Anyway, sidetrack. All right. So thank you so much for joining me. I love you. Sending love.
Love you too.
And I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.